Hey, Canucks Nation, Brandon Alston here, play-by-play for the Edmonton Canucks. You got it locked in the line change, Vancouver Canucks podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to yet another watch party. Sorry for the slight delay as I was getting a video ready or scheduled to upload for later. So I do apologize for the slight delay, but we haven't missed anything. They're just about to do the anthems here in this Oilers game. This is going to be a fun one. Obviously, you know, we did yesterday the Kings and Avalanche game. That one was actually, I mean, it was pretty good for the first period, you know, with all the hitting going on and the block shots. But score-wise, it was your typical LA Kings type of game. Of course, we all know the Avalanche ended up winning that game in overtime to take a commanding 2-0 series lead, something that the Edmonton Oilers are looking to do here tonight against the Anaheim Ducks, having won Game 1 by a score of 4-3. But I guess while we wait for the anthem to finish and whatnot, let's go ahead and take a look at the preview. Oh, I guess they got rid of the preview. Darn. Never mind. Well, I was going to preview the game, but they already switched it. So, but that's okay. It's okay. We can always talk about something else while to kill time. Speaking of that video that I was racing to try and get scheduled, it is about the report from Elliotte Friedman where the Canucks have sought permission from the Toronto Maple Leafs to speak to Shane Doan. And according to John Shannon, supposedly, or I should say reportedly, the Leafs have granted the Vancouver Canucks permission to speak to Shane Doan. So I'm not sure if that's come out yet or when that came out, but I literally just, while I was doing the video or doing my research, found out that John Shannon is reporting that the Toronto Maple Leafs have actually given the Canucks permission to speak to Shane Doan. So it looks like there's a chance that the Canucks will in fact be interviewing Shane Doan. For what role, we don't know. We don't know if it's for the GM role or if it's for maybe even a role like Rutherford's. Maybe they're looking at him to replace JR. But who knows? But I still thought that was interesting that the Canucks wanted to speak to Shane Doan. Obviously, you know, he has quite the resume for himself and definitely is intriguing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about that news and just the fact that it's been, you know, reported that the Canucks have received that permission from the Maple Leafs. All right, the anthem is still going on. By the way, also while we wait, I don't know if you guys saw my Pedersen video earlier. I was really expecting that to be a little bit of a controversial one, not gonna lie. But, you know, let me know what you guys think about that particular video in the comments below and whether or not you agree with me on that. You know, it is, of course, okay to disagree with me on that, but that is just how I feel. And I just feel as though if you trade Pedersen now, you're not going to get full value for him. You're going to get basically pennies on the dollar. And, you know, that's not something you want to do right now. All right, looks like Connor McDavid's parents are in attendance here. Face-off is dropped, and we're underway here in Game 2 between the Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. A loud "Let's Go Oilers" chant echoing throughout Rogers Place here. You always know that Rogers Place is always a rocking for the playoffs. And I Can't believe I just said that, considering, the history between the Canucks and the Oilers. There's Gauthier there, McDavid. Face off between Carlson and McDavid to the left of the Oilers net. Ducks have it at the point. Jackson Lacombe bring off the pads of here comes McDavid racing down into the corner. Oh, looks like he was slightly tripped there. Referees did not see it. McDavid with it again. Back to the point. Over to Bouchard with a bomb. Dostal with a save. Hyman was right there too. Carlson breaks it down. I'm going to try and do my best with these players, at least when it comes to Anaheim. This is, of course, on Sportsnet. The game yesterday was actually on ESPN, so it's going to be slightly different than yesterday. I saw that, Urban. He was right there. He was right there. All right, chipped up to Seneca. Around the net, Ingram, who's in net for the Oilers. Ducks are able to keep it in. Shot from the Ducks, misses the net, and goes all the way almost back down into the Ducks' own zone. Puck dumped into the Oilers' zone. Ducks with it to the face-off circle. Errant pass there. Nobody there. Ducks dump it back down into the Oilers' zone in the corner. That's Paling. Oilers regain possession of the puck and manage to dump it down for icing. Oh. Yeah, Hyman getting some repairs. Yeah. Nice little backtrack from Gauthier there on McDavid. And I did want to highlight this comment from 2:30 in the morning from my good buddy Alfred. And Oilers fans are not going to like this one, just FYI. But he said this at 2:30 in the morning. Oilers suck. Or as Alfred likes to say, "Cuck these Oilers," as a loud "Let's go Oilers" chant echoes throughout Rogers Place Arena, or Rogers Place again. Ducks with it. Pass up. Ooh, big hit there. Oh, sorry. I meant to say puck. I think he usually says puck these Oilers. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, Doc with a big hit there on... I didn't see who that was. All right. Oilers regain possession, dump it down into the Ducks zone. Sorry, that was a mistake I made. All right, the Ducks break it out. There's Gauthier up to Terry. Carlson, who loses his... Oh, no, it wasn't... didn't lose his stick. Looked like someone else's stick. Nurse giving a little hug there to Gauthier. See the replay of this. Oh, it was the Oilers player's stick. Lost control of it. And it looks like Carlson was tripped a little bit too. That was missed as well. Shots are 3-1 in favor of the Ducks so far. Oilers start breaking it out. Pass over. Shot blocked. Bouchard fighting in the corner there. McDavid with it. Pass out in front. Oh, great chance. There's Carlson trying to get it out, but looks like there's going to be a penalty called on Anaheim, delay of game. Penalty to Gauthier for delay of game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he batted it out of the air. So the Oilers go on the power play. Little under 5 minutes into this game. Shots are now 3-2 in favor of Anaheim. Face off to the right of Dostal. Fake shot by Bouchard to Draisaitl. Hyman around behind the net. Up top. Bouchard to McDavid. Nugent Hopkins, nice chance, but he misses the net. Bouchard to McDavid. Shot in front. Ooh, great chance there. That's something else that Elfin says too. Puck these Coilers. There, I got it right this time. All right, puck just squeaks out of the Ducks zone. Bouchard with it. Draisaitl breaks into the corner. Puck battle there in the corner. Ducks trying to clear it. Oilers regain it. Draisaitl McDavid to Bouchard to McDavid to Draisaitl in his office. Oh, great chance. Is that Nugent Hopkins there? No. Ducks are able to clear it. 42 seconds left on this power play. Oilers power play looking really good already, generating some chances. And here come the Oilers up with speed. Looks like Roslovic, I think. Oh, penalty coming up to the Oilers. Looks like Draisaitl. Maybe boarding. Yeah, looks like Roslovic. Oh, no, it wasn't Draisaitl. It looks like Roslovic keeps going to the box. Looks like 2 minutes for misconduct. Oh, that was so close. Oh, they're calling it tripping, but it says misconduct here. Interesting. Face off to the left of Ingram. And the Oilers win it. They've taken one of the shots away from the Oilers, so shots are now 3-1 in favor of the Ducks. Oilers power play comes to an end, and then the Ducks are on a power play for about $1.50. Ducks with it. Pass back. Troy Terry with it. Breaks it out. Oilers are able to quickly dump it back down the ice. Although it bounced off the linesman, it looks like there. Ducks circling it. Here comes Carlson with a pass to Kreider. There's Troy Terry. Carlson. Back to Carlson. Back to Terry. Shot. Missed the net. And that puck goes out of play. Hey, Bobby. Good song playing in the arena right now. Face off to the left of Ingram. No, sorry, right hand side. Ducks with a quick shot there. Carlson. Or no, not Carlson, Gauthier. All right, here come the Ducks. Ooh, nice little spin there. Comes Ducks. Shot. Saved by Ingram. Rebound. Lacombe keeps it in. Comes McTavish. Back to Lacombe. To McTavish. Shot. Nice save by Ingram there. Nice little look there and chance for the Ducks on the power play. Nice block there by Savoy. All right. Another face off. Oilers are able to win this one. And the puck goes all the way down to the end. 15 seconds left in the power play for Anaheim now. Here comes Lacombe breaking down with some speed in the corner. Down low. Oilers regain possession of the puck. Oh, it's stolen by the Ducks. Lacombe with it. Just power play is over. Both teams are now 0 for 1 on the power play. Rozovic out of the box in the corner. Looks like there was a little bit of a trip there. Crowd reacts to it. Oilers able to regain possession of the puck. No, put it up there. I just put up a poll for you guys. Basically, your predictions for this game. Who wins it tonight? Type a 1 for the Oilers or a 2 for the Ducks in the chat. Go ahead, let me know your predictions for this game. And Oilers score. Who was that? Ooh. Looks like it was Draisaitl in his office, too. All right. Shot blocked. Here comes. Oh, Lacombe just bounces off Lacombe's skate there. Oilers coming back in. McDavid. Great chance. Saved by Dostal. Oh. Looks like that went off Hellison's skate there. All right, commercial right now. So that goal, Draisaitl assisted by Podkolzin and Wallman. His first of the playoffs at 8:58 of the first period. Vasilia Poshlovev, Smale, 2019. All right, we're back from the commercial. Face off to the right of Dostal. All right, face off won by the Ducks, who clear it to center ice. Ducks break it in. Shot wide. Lacombe is able to keep it in. Oh, that was a bouncing puck. Here come the Oilers. Draisaitl. Here come the Ducks, breaking it out. Ducks dump it down. Ooh. Oilers pick it up. Oh, Ducks intercept it behind the net. That looks like Chris Kreider. Back to the point. Looks like penalty coming up against the Oilers. Delayed call. Back to the point. Minchikov over to Carlson. McTavish says it. Still delayed call. All right, we're going to another quick commercial break here. All right, let's take a look at the stats real quick. So right now, so far, 6 shots even for both sides. Oilers out hitting the Ducks 10-5 early on. Faceoffs are 6-5 in favor of the Ducks. Oilers 0 for 1 on the power play. The Ducks are 0 for 2. 4 giveaways for the Oilers, 2 for the Ducks, and then 2 block shots each. All right. All right. While we wait. Let's prep. If you guys haven't voted in the poll, for those of you that may just be joining, type a 1 in the chat if you think the Oilers are going to win it tonight, or type a 2 in the chat if you think the Ducks are going to win this one. You know, that penalty is on Darnell Nurse for interference. Face-off is Savoy almost had a shorthanded chance there. Alfred, good to see you, buddy. Of course. Oh, Anaheim with a shot wide. Puck circled around the boards. Is Mikhail Granlund. Gauthier with it. Oh, puck loose in front. Oilers able to get it up. Oilers are able to dump it. Carl Gauthier shot scores. Gauthier with his first postseason goal. Ooh, that looked like that should have been a penalty. And then Bouchard looked like he got high sticked. We're all tied up here. That goal, of course, on the power play. All right. We're going to be joined by Irvin. What's up, buddy? Oh, shit. You were muted.
Bouchard got high stick, eh?
Yeah, it looked like Bouchard. Oh, wait.
Good.
Here's the play.
Good.
I don't know. No, he didn't get high stick at all. It didn't even look like it touched him.
Like on the fly streaming with you. I'm in the middle of making pizza.
Ooh. What kind of pizza?
Margherita.
Oh. Ooh. Well, damn it. That's making me hungry now. I might actually order something.
All right. How was your stream yesterday?
I thought it went pretty well. Considering I don't do this very often, and I'm nowhere near the same level as Russell. So
But he will tell you that even at one point he was not on the level he is now.
Yeah.
So it's all repetition. I've tried it before. You know, if you go on YouTube, the 2010 gold medal game, Canada US is on there. That's the whole thing, but it has no commentary.
Mm.
So if you ever just go on there for like shits and giggles, you can just like practice commentary.
Yeah. I do find I'm definitely doing a lot better with this one, probably because, the amount of times that we play the Oilers
Yeah.
and the Ducks, them being in the same division. Like if it's a game against two teams, like for example, Colorado or LA or even Boston, Buffalo. Yeah, I don't know any of those players.
I mean, Russell does really well, but also too, like sometimes he defaults. He'll just say the team. He's like Anaheim
Mhm.
advances to neutral. You don't even have
Yeah.
to necessarily say what's going on. Just say who's got possession, where they are. Reset the score every now and again, every whistle.
Yeah, I mentioned yesterday because in the one yesterday, obviously, I watched it through Sportsnet Plus, but it was an actual ESPN broadcast. So it was, a different setup. And whenever one of the teams was on the power play, they had little names above them. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. That really
Oh,
helps me out. But it was only for the power plays. They didn't have it for the entire game. I was like, guys, put it for the entire freaking game so I actually know who has the puck. Little rough stuff in front of the net. Ducks net there.
so a little bit of madness going on in my apartment. I don't know if you knew this, but I had water damage, so I had to move basically my whole living room into another apartment while they fixed the floor.
Oh, shit.
But now I'm back in my regular apartment.
Nice.
So this is my setup. This is my counter right here. I'm just fixing everything up, and then this is my living room. It's like
Nice.
nothing in it except the TV. But I'm watching the game on my computer.
Looks like we got different commercials going on.
Wait, what feed are you watching?
The Sportsnet Plus.
Okay, yeah, that we did a lot different.
Well, yeah, I just noticed like a car commercial for you while I have a beer commercial.
ah, good old sponsors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the
Yep.
thing too with the ESPN broadcast. They kept on showing that freaking glass breaking thing. It's like, guys, stop.
Yeah, man. So who are you hate watching this year?
I mean, maybe the Bruins probably, which kind of works out because I got that watch party tomorrow with
No, okay.
on the network. So probably gonna be. I'm definitely obviously cheering for the Sabres for that, and
Yeah, the
not
building in there was pretty wild, hey?
yeah, and not just because I hate the Bruins, but I love me a feel good story, and that's what the Sabres are this year.
I know what you mean.
I
Even though
love me an underdog.
even though I'm petty.
Yeah.
Like I don't want I don't want to be in the sad club alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are, expansion brethren, and they've gone through the same the same pain that we're going through right now. So,
There's definitely a lot of good hate watching going on.
mhm.
You know, you got Edmonton in this one, and then Quinville's on the other side. Got the Quitter Hughes.
Oh yeah,
You got
yeah.
Rick Talquit.
I'm not even paying attention to that series.
Well, I mean, it's like McDavid, right? You can hate the guy, but he's still a good hockey player. But
Yeah,
for me, the thing with playoffs, especially when the Canucks are out, is like I don't really watch the games. I'll follow him on Twitter, and like I'll still follow the results, but hard for me to sit through a 2.5 hour game when I have no emotional investment.
Hmm. Yeah, like I saw that that video of Hughes, giving up on the puck
Yeah,
as it's going down in the empty. Oh man, I laughed at that. I was like, yep, yep.
I think we all collectively did. And even me, I'm not. I was never really a huge Quit Hughes person,
Hmm.
but seeing that, I was like, oh man, that's a bad look.
Yeah, yeah, especially after how he said, in the media, like prior to that game against Minnesota, where he's like, I gave my all, those last few games,
No,
I put where he was like trying to defend himself, and it's just like, and then you go and pull that in the playoffs.
I don't know if he thought it was gonna be icing or what, or that just goes to show you got to play whistle to whistle.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a good argument that he probably could have gotten that with his speed.
If anybody could have done it on the Minnesota Wild, it would have been him.
Yeah, looks like there's a big hit, as I just heard a big thing from the crowd. Boo-hoo shard with it.
Okay, so
Is
how
that,
does
is
how
that
does it
like to
work? Do you
call him?
have the TV sound in your headphones?
Yeah. Yeah, I have
Okay.
my iPad set up right over here. So I have one headphone in here, and then some more rough stuff. That looks like Lazar.
Former Canuck Curtis Lazar.
Yeah. I didn't even realize he was with the Oilers. Huh. Oh, looks like Anaheim's getting a penalty. Looks like Ryan Paling.
Wow, wow.
Misconduct. 2 minutes for misconduct.
I
Okay.
mean, say what you will about the Ducks, but as far as rebuilds go, they really insulated their young guys.
Oh, you got a penalty for ripping the helmet off. Oh, okay.
So how many days a week are you streaming for that non-Canuck playoffs?
Uh, Not sure actually. Like I said the other night, I just kind of spur of the moment decided I was gonna do this. Just so I had some sort of content. And saw how well last night went. I was like, no, what? Okay, I'll see how this works. My wife wants me to do at least one of the Flyers Pens games for obvious
No.
reasons. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll do game 4 for that one.
Okay.
Oh, Lucas Gates in the chat. Hey, Lucas.
That probably wasn't a very good listening experience for.
And sorry, I didn't see Jay. Jay's in here too. Oh, Oilers with a good chance. They're of course on the power play. Alfred, what the hell is this soft call? Oh,
Yeah, Flyers are
Dostal with
looking
the
pretty
save.
good, eh? I guess Sam's pretty happy.
Oh yeah, I'm actually really surprised by this, and that's not a knock on the Flyers at all. I'm just surprised that they're dominating the Penguins.
Yeah, the Penguins are just kind of flaming out. I don't
Yeah,
know. After looking good all year.
yeah. I guess Canuck fans aren't too happy with that, considering Tocchet and everything. All right, about a minute left in this first period. 45 seconds left on the power play. Face off won by the Oilers. McDavid stolen. Lucas says, I've been chatting with some of my colleagues around the biz. Turns out their teams are playing against each other in the first round. Utah versus Vegas. Oof. Yeah, that was a good game the other day with
Friends off.
Vegas and Utah. That was actually a good game between Vegas and Utah.
I know Dylan Gunther was all over it.
Oh, yeah, he was. Oh, yeah, that hurts. That hurts.
Every time I hear his name, I almost
Yeah.
want to get a Gunther jersey just for the memes because I have this bit that just the mere mention of his name makes me cry in the chats every time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy yesterday too. With that whole glass breaking thing, almost 20-minute delay. It almost lasted the entire intermission between the Utah and Vegas game.
Oh,
Yeah, almost. Oh, saved by Dostal, little pile up in front of the net. 18.9 seconds left in the period. 3 seconds left on the power play. Someone lost their lid. Yeah, I think it was Nick from Windy City Hockey who was watching the Utah game as well. Yeah, he said it lasted almost the entire intermission.
wow.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh. I mean, looked like it was an accident, but you never give Trouba the benefit of that.
Oh, looks like it was Hyman who lost his lid there. Yeah, I'm definitely cheering for Utah when it comes to between Vegas and Utah.
Well,
like I said before,
you always
the
cheer
underdog.
against Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't tell that to my brother-in-law. He's a Vegas fan.
Does he live there?
Well, he likes the I almost said Penguins, Flyers, and Vegas. He likes both. All right, that's the end of the period. Yeah, that kind of surprised me that he said he was a Vegas fan. I was like, what? But Lucas says, I wonder how Coyotes fans are feeling with Utah being in this playoffs. Bitter for sure. Yeah.
I
could see them being
in
bitter.
Vegas last year when the Oilers were playing them in the second round. So every second day I was walking by somebody in an Oilers jersey. I was like, ruined my vacation.
Yeah, no, Justin was posting when he was in Edmonton, posting those pictures of him going, what was it? I think by the arena and seeing all the Oilers merchandise. Oh, freaking Subway commercial just popped up. Fuck, now that's making me hungry again too. I've had too much Subway this week.
Oh.
Actually, I should say a mix. Ooh, I should say a mix of Subway and Quiznos. All right.
So, intermission.
Yeah.
What's your read on the GM search?
I mean, I mentioned it in that video that's going to be coming out later where I talk about, Doan and whatnot. I'm still kind of locked in on Ryan Johnson just because I think he should be. And I'm also afraid if they don't pull the trigger, you're going to lose him. Same scenario as Manny.
They deserve to lose him if they don't promote him, given all the years he's put in.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, I just really like Ryan and think he's earned it. And I know he's not a experienced GM per se, but he's done well and should at least give him a opportunity, at least give him a chance. See how he does. And then, obviously that includes, Manny, because you would think Ryan would probably want to bring up Manny.
If it was a clean sweep, who would you want for president? That would actually come. Don't say Trevor Linden.
No, don't worry. That ship sailed for me.
Yeah,
As
well,
much as,
same thing, Mike Gillis. It's like those guys aren't coming back.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind Doan as president, but he's, not as experienced as Rutherford is. But then, because there's a name that Thomas Drance threw out there. I think it was this morning.
Jeff
And that
Tannehill.
was, no, Rob Blake.
Okay.
He threw his name out. And I was like, interesting. So yeah, I was like, okay, I can hear that one out. I'd be intrigued by that one. Because, Blake's been through a rebuild with the Kings.
That's right.
And
what was his role? Or was he just an advisor, or I can't remember?
I can't remember exactly. It may have been like an advisory role, but I know he really helped them with their like prospect pool and their like player like development and stuff like that. Oh gosh.
Generally don't do this, but I'm Googling.
Freaking yesterday's game, they had Messier on the panel, and now they have fucking Luke Gazdic. Then again, I guess it makes sense. It makes sense.
He was AGM with the Kings.
AGM, yeah.
And then he was. He moved into. After 2017, he moved into VP and GM. So from 2017 to 2025, he was the GM. So take from that what you will. You have to remain at that time. I mean, I'm not really entrenched in the Kings. I remember he traded Toffoli to us right before COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that was an intriguing name that Drance threw out there.
That's one of those guys. It's like he doesn't have a prior connection to Vancouver. Not that Rutherford did. It never seems like we're like the first choice for guys to come and like jump out of their pants and really work for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you heard about that recent article with agents rating the best run teams.
Oh yeah. I already covered that.
And we were at the bottom.
Yeah. We were the worst. Yeah, I actually asked PJ about that, and he's like, "No."
So
Alfred, are you going to vote a second time? You can only vote once.
Yeah, it always seems to be that there's a knock against the Canucks, especially lately, and for free agents, be it executives or players wanting to come here.
Mm-hmm.
I heard those Canucks conversation guys talking about Roberto Luongo.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, do you really think he's gonna like leave his wife in Florida for a bad situation?
Yeah, that's the thing too. See, that's the thing. You mentioned earlier, like Linden and Gillis, not really being realistic or like not using those. But Luongo definitely for me is like a dream scenario for me, just because of how much I love Luongo, and I think he would be really good at the job too. But of course, like you said, his wife would not probably be okay with that.
Yeah. I mean,
because she absolutely
yes,
hated it here.
there's obviously the prior connection with Luongo, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
It just seems like as much as people think that a first-time GM is not the way to go, given that we've just had two first-time GMs, and you know, um, I just don't know who else you're going to get because it seems like guys are just going to want to come here because they're getting the opportunity.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
don't just automatically get.
Alfred has a good point here. Whoever is the next GM will also be the next president of hockey ops. So it could be
Yeah,
like a dual role. That
which
might be why they're looking at Shane Doan.
yeah, which I will say I don't actually know how that completely works.
Hmm.
Like Mike Gillis was GM here, and then he self-promoted himself. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like I think it was right before 2011 season. He promoted himself to president of hockey operations. What that actually meant on the day to day, hard to say.
Yeah. True. True. I could definitely see that, but at the same time, I think if they were wise, they would maybe not just be searching for a GM, but both roles.
Yeah.
Maybe, and it's I'm gonna mention it in that video I did, and that's gonna come out later. Actually, about 9:30 is when I have it scheduled. Just because I didn't want it to take away from this live stream, else I would
Mhm.
have uploaded it already. But I basically mentioned in it, um, crap, I think I just lost my train of thought. But basically, if you're gonna bring in Shane Doan, and he's mentioned how he's not too keen on being a full-time GM, but if you have him be as part of a group, like have a collective group working together, like GM and president, you could maybe do something like that and still hire two people, but have them
Yeah.
like work very closely together. I guess kind of similar to what Alvin and Rutherford did, minus the fact that Rutherford basically called the shots.
And unlike the cap and the roster, there's no limitations as far as how many people you hire and how much money you spend on them. Just
Mhm.
depends on the owner. That's the part. That's the thing that separates teams when they have good ownership.
True.
Um, but to that point, here's my question: We've got we have a bunch of people who are still employed that were working under Patrick Alpine. What do they do?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
question. I've actually
Cammy
been kind of thinking
Granado,
that too.
Emily Costangay.
I mean, I don't see them going anywhere unless whoever the new GM is wants their own staff. You know, but uh, yeah, I guess that's another way to look at it too. What Alfred's saying, seems like the president of hockey operations position will be more of a lesser role than the GM. Like I think what they're wanting to do, and we even heard Rutherford mention how whoever the new GM is going to be is going to have a lot more power than Alvin did. So maybe they might blend the two roles and maybe I don't know, combine them. Maybe come up with a different term for it, you know, in a hybrid form, like some sort of hybrid form name for it. Sorry, I
Yeah,
had
like
to.
like and back to our point about rookie GMs. Like I don't think it's so out of this world to do a game because you look at the Canucks talk guys are talking about like the last I think 4 or 5 cup winners had rookie GMs or
Mhm.
first time GMs. I think you have to go all the way back to 2019 to find one that was like a veteran GM. And then the one before that was Jim Rutherford. I just, li- like you said, I think it has more to do with the entire administrative cabinet. It's
Mhm.
not just necessarily up to one guy.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, there was that. What was it? The report. I think it was yesterday that came out saying that there's apparently 3 lists. There's Rutherford's list. I forget what the second list is, but the third, or no,
It's Rutherford's list, Aquilini's list, and Michael Doyle's list.
yeah, and then like a third list, yeah,
The mystery list.
yeah,
Doesn't that seem bizarre to you?
yeah, yeah. When I
Doesn't
saw that, I was just like,
doesn't that just reek of an organization that cannot agree?
yeah, I was about to say, like, where's the cohesion? Why do you need 3 different lists that are like different?
Or maybe they're
Ooh,
just or maybe they're just humoring Aquilini because like I know he likes to play armchair
I don't
GM.
know.
You know, they all like, sure, buddy, make your list.
Sorry, I'm just watching. They're showing highlights from the Dallas Minnesota game. They just showed Boldy kind of take one to the back of the head, like a, I don't know, looked like one of those. And for those of you that are
Oh yeah,
no wrestling,
like
no wrestling
blindside.
or into wrestling, yeah, it looked like a little like forearm to the back of the head. That's what I just went ooh to.
The old Lex Luger titanium
Yeah,
forearm.
yeah, yeah. I think they said it was Jamie Benn who did it. Cool.
God.
Flyers went 5-2. Oh boy.
So speaking of ownership, do you hear what's going on with Tom Dundon?
Tom Dundon for the, was it Hurricanes?
Well, so the Portland Trailblazers, forget the name of the owner, something Allen. Paul Allen.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a super rich guy, but then he passed away. But apparently he used to really spoil his players. Um, they're talking about this on Sportsnet 650, and they're saying how players were treated with car washes during practice, access to the team private jet, like you know, massages anytime they wanted. And then now they've gone to Tom Dundon, who is the Carolina Hurricanes owner. And he has a totally different mentality. Um, Not to say that he's cheap, but they they feel like he's acting cheap.
Wow.
So it's kind of a big
Interesting.
uproar.
Wow. Well, yeah, I've heard things about like Dundon. How especially what was it like recently where they had that, was it the GM's meeting or whatever, and he kind of caused up a fuss over something. I can't remember exactly what it was about. I wonder if it was, I'm not sure if it was like salary cap related or something. I don't know. Nixon here. What's up, Nick? Elfrin, hockey PGM hybrid form.
President General Manager. Oh, I see.
But yeah, Elfrin does have a good point here from earlier. Ownership will have a large say. Yeah,
Always.
always. Which also kind of concerns me because I did see that Aquilini's not sold on Ryan Johnson.
It
It's like,
always
how are you
feels like
not sold on him?
it always feels like when we're talking about the Canucks, we're serving kind of two masters. There's on one
Hmm.
hand, what's the logical thing? What's the right thing? What's the thing they should do for sure? And then there's on the other hand is, well, what would ownership want to do?
Hmm.
And it's always they're
Yeah.
always like against each other.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just baffled by the fact that he's not sold on Ryan Johnson. I mean, yeah, he's not had NHL success, but he won you a Calder Cup. That should at least amount to something.
Yeah, man. Ryan Johnson cost him money.
Yeah. Well,
It's Ryan
yeah,
Johnson's fault
yeah,
he had to buy those rings.
yeah, yeah. But hopefully Rutherford can get into Aquilini's ear and be like, "This is the guy." Because I've seen those like reports where it's like if it were up to Rutherford, Johnson would be hired already.
Yeah, it's the Abbas for succession plan. I think if anything would be able to get in his ear, it's Rutherford because people forget he was the former owner himself
Yeah.
with Hartford, so he kind of knows the game. He knows how to talk to Aquilini for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, he managed to convince him to rebuild, something no one else has been able to do. So, oh, I think periods. We're back.
No worries. Okay, but I'm gonna finish off the dinner so my girl can actually eat.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping by. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Anytime, bud. All right. Let's get back to here. Yeah. Second period starting. But Alfred Crosby in the pens to possibly be swept in game 4, potentially the earliest exit of Crosby's career next to their first round exit against the Rangers. Yeah, that is something. All right. Turn this up. All right. Connor Murphy with it. Ducks get the puck back. Truba. Pass intercepted. Excuse me. Nurse with it. Sarah's better. That was for you, Alfred. All right, puck down into the Anaheim zone. Cycled around the boards. Oh, looked like there was a bit of a spill between two Ducks there. Oilers with it. Around the boards. Shot. Saved by Dostal. Loud "Let's go Oilers" chant. Would much rather do this chant myself. No, as like, like one of those, one person chants something and then, there's another chant that's like a retort to it. That would be it for me. If I heard a "Let's go Oilers" chant, I would respond with "Sarah's better," just as a retort. All right, Ducks with it. Pass up. Carlson, or no, sorry, Gauthier. I don't know why I keep saying Carlson. Shoot, shot wide. Oh, Ducks with a quick chance there. Pass around the boards. Ducks with that at the point. Shot scores. Jacob Trouba. What a nice shot there by Trouba. Wow. Did that deflect off anyone? No. Wallman just, I don't know if Wallman got a piece of that or not. Maybe Ingram was screened, looked like. But yeah, Trouba from Lacombe on that goal. And the Ducks take their first lead of this one just a few minutes into the second period. Face off won by the Oilers, or the Ducks, sorry. Ducks with it at the point. Shot. Oilers regain. Oh. There come the Oilers. Ooh, big hit on Nurse. And the Oilers are offside. The Oilers currently out shooting the Ducks 16-12 in this one. Out hitting the Ducks 19-11. They're winning the faceoffs 13-11. Of course, the Ducks are 1 for 2 on the power play. Oilers are 0 for 2. 7 giveaways for the Oilers, 5 for the Ducks. 3 takeaways, 1 for the Ducks. And then block shots are 7-4 in favor of the Oilers right now. All right, Oilers with it at the point. Pass down. Oh, great chance there by Savoy. Booyah. Or as I like to say, booyam. All right, face off to in the left side circle. Oilers. Oh, nice chance there. Savoy there. Battle there in the corner. Oh, quick chance for the Ducks right there. Buck around the boards. Oh, Ducks are able to keep it in. Oh, it looks like penalty on the Oilers. Looks like for tripping. Oh, McDavid looks like he might be hurt. Yeah. Ooh. So the Ducks going to the power play again. Why does they keep saying misconduct? Hooking. Right, Ducks with it. Ducks have to reset here. As they come down. Battle in the corner. No, Ducks or Oilers are able to clear it. Anaheim's fourth line is wreaking havoc. Yeah. All right, here come the Ducks, breaking it out. Passover, shot, saved by Ingram. Back to the point. Oilers almost stole it there. Killorn shot in front. Shot, scores. Alex Killorn is now 3-1 for the Ducks. That is now back-to-back. Or no, not back-to-back. That is now 2 power play goals for the Ducks now. Killorn, assisted by Gauthier and Jackson Lacombe. Jackson Lacombe. So Killorn with 2 points in this one. Lacombe with 2 points. All right, Oilers breaking it out over to Podkolzin. The point shot, saved by Dostal. Puck up in the air. Draisaitl with it. Awkward little angle there by Draisaitl. Puck goes out of play. So once again, the Ducks take a 2-goal lead as we go to a quick commercial break. Yep, Killorn. Boom, Killorn. Ooh, Broheim. Yep, power play goal. All right, let's take a look at the stats again real quick. So now shots are now 19-14. So the Ducks have 3 goals on 14 shots. We all know the goaltending woes of the Edmonton Oilers. Hits are 21-14 in favor of the Oilers. Faceoffs are 14 even. Of course, as we mentioned, the Ducks are now 2 for 3 on the power play. Giveaways are 8-5. 8 for the Oilers, 5 for the Ducks. Takeaways are 3 for the Oilers, 1 for the Ducks. And then the Oilers are still out blocking shots with 8, while the Ducks only have 4. Quick question for you guys in the chat while we're still waiting for. Oof. Yeah, that. Just a quick question. What should I order for dinner? Just looking through DoorDash, all right? Nurse with a shot. Save. Another shot. I believe so, Bobby. Yeah, I think that game's still going on. I do need a bit of a break from Subway / Quiznos. I mean, I ordered A&W last night, so Oh, for me. All right. Puck rang around the boards. Oh, McDavid's back on the bench. Puck in the corner. Battling. Puck to the point. Ducks shoot. Save by and now here comes Podkolzin. 2-on-1. Podkolzin shoots. Saved by Dostal. Nice chance there by Pods. Offense says order what you wish. Well, give me some like suggestions. Oh. Yeah. All right. Ducks with it. Oilers able to. Whoa. Ducks with it behind their own net. Pass up. What is that? Is that a drum set? Hmm. Ooh. All right, here comes 3-on-2 for the Oilers. Pass. Jumps. Bridge deck. I'm just glancing at a bridge deck here on DoorDash. They have a French onion burger. I don't know how I feel about that. That is, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but that's odd. French onion burger? Yeah. McDavid still kind of testing things out there with that ankle. All right. Ducks get it into the Oilers zone. Puck. Nurse with it. Pass up. Kapanen breaks it in. Puts on the brakes. Back to the point. Shot. Saved by Dostal. Carlson with it. Pass over. Carlson stopped by Ingram. No, Gauthier. One-timer. Saved by Ingram. Yeah, Arena 8. Well, I'm hearing a "Let's Go Oilers" chant again, but yeah, it did get a little quiet there for a second. All right, Ducks get it into the Oilers zone, puck around the boards. Now here come the Oilers breaking it out. Ooh, battling behind the net, back to the point, one-timer, blocked. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at some pizza. I blame Urban for this. Ooh. Saved by Ingram there. Ooh, Little Caesars. Oh, man, what a chance for Carlson there. So many pizza choices. Got Panago. You got Papa John's, Pizza, Fresh Slice, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, Domino's. Funny enough, there is literally a Domino's, a Pizza Hut, a Fresh Slice. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and a Papa John's. So four pizza places just down the street from me, all within the same vicinity where I live. There actually used to be a fifth, which was Little Caesars, but that closed down a really long time ago, and they actually moved it. Should I go with Domino's? All right. I'm going to pause that for a second. Let's... Oh. No, never mind. We're getting back to it. All right, false start there. All right. Puck in the corner, battling for it. Oh, another loud "Let's Go Oilers" chant. Chipped. Ducks regain possession of it. Pass up. Paling with it. Shot wide. Did you just say Twitter? Ooh, Cineplex. You mean I can order something from Cineplex? Oilers score. Look like Murphy. Yeah. Connor Murphy scores at 8:16 of the second period. The Oilers are now down by 1. Right, Kapanen keeps it in. And a slap shot on a screened Dostal. Dostal didn't even see that. Podkolzin with a nice screen there. Murphy with his first career playoff goal. Murphy assisted by Draisaitl and Kapanen. Big hit. All right, come the Oilers. Dumped around the boards. Oilers able to pick it back up, back to the point. Down low. One-timer. Saved by Dostal. Ooh. Another loud "Let's Go Oilers" chant echoing throughout Rogers Place. That Oilers pick it up behind the net. To the point. Down low. Down low again. Ekholm. Around the boards. Ducks with it. Trying to get it. Oh. Bouchard and Trouba getting into it. Yeah, what a pass by Draisaitl there on that one. Yeah, I haven't really seen him out there a whole lot until like just on that last play or so there. Yeah. All right. Puck around the boards. Oilers are able to clear it. Ducks are able to regain control of the puck. Pass up. Back to the point. Oh, Kreider just missed chance there. Shot wide. Shot off the crossbar. Brozovic, but got dipped into the boards there. Penalty coming up. Gauthier is going to the box. Murphy and looks like Terry. All right, we're going to a commercial break here. So while we do that, let's take a look at around the league at the scores. All right. End of the second period, the Minnesota Wild are leading the Dallas Stars by a score of 3-2. Of course, we know the Flyers beat the Penguins 5-2. Only the 3 games here tonight. Obviously, tomorrow, Sabres and Bruins. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing a watch party on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel alongside Neil Villapiano of the Devil State of Mind podcast. Him and I are going to be co-hosting that watch party. That is once again going to be on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel, which you guys can find right here on YouTube. And this is going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to this. This is actually going to be the first time I've co-hosted one of these watch parties with Neil. Of course, I did one previously with Jimmy Finizzi of the Blue Seats podcast. So I'm, like I said, really excited and looking forward to this. So hopefully you guys can join us. Of course, the games tomorrow, you also have the Hurricanes and the Senators playing, the Avalanche and the Kings as well at 7 p.m. is the last game of the night there. Fortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to do that one myself, even though I did the last one, just because of the time. But we're back now. All right, here comes McDavid. Puck back down into the Oilers zone. Bobby, yes, like I just said, it just won't be on my channel. It'll be on the Hockey Podcast Network channel. But I have shared a link to that channel and that particular live stream in my community tab, so you guys can see it right there. All right, puck around the net. Ducks with it. Ducks bring it up. Granlund tried to, nice drag move there. Paling with it. He tried a nice little move, but that one didn't work out so well. Another turnover. Scores! Paling with the goal. And the Ducks restore their 2-goal lead. Do you think the Penguins will come back? I don't know. With the way that the Flyers have been playing in the last 3 games, I don't know. I mean, I could see them maybe winning the next game to extend it to 5 games, but I'm starting to think they're only, if they are going to win or come back, they're only going to win 1 game. So, but we shall see. I really don't know what I want to eat. Knocked down with the high stick, so a whistle. Yeah, it looks like McDavid is. There's not something right there with McDavid. He's really feeling it. All right, face-off won by the Oilers. Ducks bring it up. Gauthier not able to handle the pass there. Ducks try and send the puck into the Oilers zone again. Terry pass out in front. Back to the point. To Trouba. Back to the point. One-timer shot. Saved by Ingram. A little scrum behind in the corner there. All right. All right. Face off won by the Oilers. In the corner. On the boards. Oilers dig it out. Moved out. Oilers able to get it back into the Ducks zone. Little over 2 minutes remaining in the second period. And Oilers score. Zach Hyman. Oilers are still in it. Oh, shit. Puck around the boards. Loud "Let's Go Oilers" chant ringing throughout Rogers Place again. I'm going to be icing on Edmonton here. Face off won by the Oilers. Puck moved out. All right, the Ducks break it out. Terry with it. The Oilers are able to steal it. And out come the Oilers. Here's Draisaitl. Shot by Ekholm. That looked like that was blocked by Podkolzin in there. More rough stuff here. Another penalty to the Ducks here. All right, face off. Oh. Draisaitl waved out. Ducks are able to win the faceoff and get it out of the zone. All right, here come the Oilers. Comes McDavid to the point. Pass up. Hyman. Great save by Dostal. Oilers with it behind their own net. Bouchard up to Draisaitl. McDavid. Hopkins with it. Down in the corner. McDavid. Back to McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl. McDavid. What a read by the Duck player there. Able to intercept that pass and get it back down. 10 seconds left in the second, or just under. Puck back down to the Oilers zone. And that's the end of the second period. Ducks taking a lead into the third period. Yeah. Hyman's goal. Mintikov will regret that. Yeah. Yeah, you can't keep gifting these power plays to the Oilers. I know the Oilers are 0 for 3 on the power play, but you can't keep gifting them these power plays. All right. The intermission. Excuse me. Sorry. Let's check something out here. Let's take a look at an article here on Sportsnet. Where is it? I knew there was something. Huh. All right, let's take a look at this one. Because I know Irvin and I touched on it earlier about Kevin Adams. This was, of course, from yesterday. As the Vancouver Canucks search for a new general manager, a new name surfaced on Tuesday. The Canucks requested and were granted permission to interview former Buffalo Sabres GM Kevin Adams, the Athletics' Matthew Fairburn, and Thomas Drance reported. Adams, who was fired by the Sabres in mid-December, required permission to interview because he still had time left on his contract with Buffalo. Served as the Sabres GM for 5.5 seasons before being replaced by Jarmo Kekalainen. On the day Adams was dismissed, the Sabres were 14-4 and tied for last place in the Eastern Conference. After his departure, they went 36-9-5, winning the Atlantic Division and ending a 14-season playoff drought. Adams, 51, is a former NHL forward who played for 6 different teams over a decade. A first-round draft pick in 93, he won a Stanley Cup with the Carolina Hurricanes in 2006 before retiring in 2009. Oh, that was it. Well, here. This is the one that I was talking about earlier. That I will be, or no. It's this one that I'm going to be talking about in just under an hour. I'm going to be having a video come out on this one. I might actually push it to 10 o'clock. We'll see. But this is basically what I will end up discussing about. Of course, the report from Elliot Friedman, the Canucks seeking permission from the Leafs to speak to Shane Doan. And of course, I mentioned in that video later that they've actually been granted permission to do exactly that, to speak to Shane Doan. The Leafs have, according to John Shannon of 100% Hockey, is saying that Toronto has in fact given the Canucks permission to speak to Shane Doan. Add a name to Vancouver's hockey operations search. According to several sources, the Canucks asked Toronto for permission to speak to special advisor to the GM Shane Doan. Doan, who played 1,540 NHL games from 1995 to 2017, was hired by the Maple Leafs in June 2023. He received strong recent reviews from other members of the organization for how he handled things as this season went sideways. One example, he wasn't afraid to admit his own mistakes and how he'd fix them. What potential role the Canucks see for Doan is unclear. He's, of course, never expressed a desire to be a full-time GM, but could definitely be part of a group. I kind of touched on that earlier. Obviously, much more to come from Vancouver. And that is, of course, this was more like a breaking report. Obviously, this came out around 3:39, so just before 4 o'clock p.m. I will go down into much more detail in my video that will be coming out later. So definitely be on the lookout for that video, and definitely tune into that one because I do have a lot of good information on that. So definitely check that out once it is uploaded, or actually I should say once it is published. So let's see. You know what? We have time. Oh, why am I freaking yawning so much? We have time. Let's go ahead and actually, since I'm going to be doing a watch party on it, let's do a little preview. Oh, and just to update on the scores, Minnesota leads Dallas in the third period, about 15 minutes left in the third. Minnesota with the 1-goal lead. But let's take a look at, let's do a little preview of the Bruins and Sabres game for tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier, and in case you missed it, I will, of course, be doing a watch party over on the Hockey Podcast Network channel alongside Neil Villapiano of the Devil State of Mind podcast. And like I said earlier, I'm really excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun, but I may as well do a little preview for that game right now while we're here in the intermission. So, of course, you have here your starting goalies. Most likely is going to be UPL, although I do know he was yanked from the previous game. So we shall see. Perhaps Buffalo may go with maybe Alex Lyon. We shall see. But, of course, UPL is 1-1 so far here in these playoffs. He does have a 4.20 goals against average and a .850 save percentage. And then, of course, on the Boston side, you have Jeremy Swayman with a 2.54 goals against average and a .917 save percentage, a win and a loss. So far for the postseason team stats, the Boston Bruins have a 3.50 goals per game, while the Buffalo Sabres have a 3.0 goals per game. Goals against per game is a 3.0 for the Bruins and a 3.50 for the Sabres. Power play percentage, the Bruins are a 25%, while the Sabres are 0. They have yet to score on the power play in this series. Penalty kill percentage is a 75% for the Sabres and a 100% for the Bruins. Looking at the team leaders, when it comes to points, you have on the Buffalo side, you have Tage Thompson. And of course, you have David Pastrnak for the Bruins with 5 points, and then Thompson with 3. Goals, Victor Arvidsson has the most goals for the Bruins with 2, as does Tage Thompson on the Buffalo side with 2 as well. You have Owen Power, who has the most assists with 2 so far in the postseason, and then 4 assists for David Pastrnak. So Pastrnak with 9 points in 2 games here in these playoffs. And of course, both goaltenders each with 1 win apiece. So of course, as this shows here, the Sabres make the trek over to Boston for Game 3. Of course, as we know, the series is shifting over to Boston for Game 3 after the two teams split the 2 games in Buffalo. Of course, as us Canuck fans, we know all too well what it's like for the series to shift over to Boston. We have a lot of PTSD from 2011, considering that the Canucks went up 2-0 in that series back in 2011. And once the series shifted to Boston, things kind of unraveled for us, unfortunately. So, like I said, we know all too well what it's like for the series to shift to Boston. So looking at the injuries, no injuries for Boston, but Yuri Kulich, who is out for the season with an ear injury. Sam Carrot is out, an arm injury. Danforth out for the season with a knee injury. And then Noah Ostlund is out with an upper body injury. Looking at the matchup history, you go all the way back to October 30th, 2025 of last year. The Bruins beat the Sabres by a score of 4-3. And then on December 27th, the Sabres beat the Bruins 4-1. And of course, in March of this year, the Bruins beat the Sabres 4-3. And then, of course, Game 1 of the first round here of the playoffs, the Sabres beat the Bruins 4-3. And then you had the Bruins beating the Sabres in Game 2 by a score of 4-2. So you're seeing a bit of a pattern here with these results. 4-3, 4-1, 4-3, 4-3, 4-2. So it seems like there's a bit of, like I said, there's a bit of a pattern. The winning team gets to 4 goals. So here's the question. Are we going to see this yet again in Game 3? Are we going to see this 4 goals by the winning team, like this trend, continue? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But looking, let's take a look at the line combinations here for both sides. We'll start with the Sabres, as we're still in between periods here with the Oilers and Ducks. So, of course, you have the first line, Krebs, Thompson, and Tuch for the Sabres, Zucker, McLeod, Quinn, then Benson, Norris, and Doan, and then Greenway, Dunn, and Malestein. And, of course, your goaltenders, as we mentioned, Luukkonen and Lyon. Your defensive pairings, Dahlin and Samuelson, Power and Byram, and then Stanley and Timmins. Moving over to the Bruins, you have Morgan Geekie, Elias Lindholm, and Pastrnak, Middlestat, Zacha, and Arvidsson, Hagens, Minton, and Kushninov. Apologies if I mispronounced that. You have Jeannot, Curley, and Kastelik. On your defensive pairings, you have Asparot and McAvoy, Lindholm and Lohrei, Zadorov and Peak. And of course, goaltenders, you have Swayman and Korpisalo. Taking a look at stats. Oh, we already kind of went over these. Yeah, there you go. There's a little preview of tomorrow's game. Once again, I know I keep saying it, but for those just tuning in, I will, of course, be doing a watch party over on the Hockey Podcast Network channel for this game alongside Neil Villapiano of the Devil State of Mind podcast. Hopefully, you guys can join us, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The two of us reacting to that game. Gampner, good to see you, buddy. Go Wild, go Flyers. All right, we're still in between periods here. A little update on the Minnesota-Dallas game. Still 3-2 for the Minnesota Wild with a little over 11 minutes left in the third period. Dallas is currently on a power play right now. When it comes to the next live stream on this channel, I'm eyeballing Friday. I'm actually debating if I should do a double header. Yeah, I'm really debating on doing a double header. Should I? Let me know in the chat. Should I do the Tampa Bay Montreal since I have not done that series yet, and then do game 3 of the Oilers and Anaheim series? Let me know in the chat if you think I should do a double header. I will also for Saturday be doing the Pittsburgh and Flyers game at 5 o'clock on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. I, of course, told my wife that I would do that series. The potential final game in that series as the Flyers look for the sweep. All right. Still waiting here. Little odd commercial there for a movie called The Sheep Detectives. It looks like it's got Hugh Jackman in it. Interesting. But no videos. All right, let's take a look at the bracket. We haven't looked at this yet. All right. Wait to load here. Oh, it's kind of got the left side cut off. Oh. Oh, I think it's because it's zoomed in. That's why. There we go. All right, we're getting set for the start of the third period here. So, of course, tonight between Minnesota and Dallas, critical game 3. Whoever wins here tonight, and right now it looks like Minnesota might potentially pull away with a lead here in the series, going up 2-1. Of course, the same thing will happen between Utah and Vegas. So you got one series tied there, another series tied between Buffalo and Boston, Tampa and Montreal. So you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 series tied. And of course, if Anaheim is able to win this one, we will see another tied series. Of course, Colorado, Carolina, or the Colorado, LA Kings, Carolina, Ottawa, and then Philly and Pittsburgh series are the only series that one team has a multiple game lead. But we're now back to the game. Third period is starting now. Oh, quick update. The Stars have managed to tie it up, so it is now 3-3 between the Stars and the Wild with just under 10 minutes left in the third period. Let's get this back up to here. All right, face off to the right of Lucas Dostal. Ducks able to clear it a little bit. Here comes McDavid with some speed. Stops, back to the point to Draisaitl, back to McDavid. Bouchard to McDavid to Draisaitl. McDavid, Draisaitl, one-timer, saved by Dostal. Draisaitl there in his office. As the Oilers power play comes to an end, Oilers now 0 for 6 on the power play in this series. Power play not able to get it done. McDavid keeps it in. Draisaitl, shot, saved by Dostal. Shot from the point, another save by Dostal. All right, here come the Ducks breaking out 3-on-2. Gauthier with it. Center it. Puck loose. Oilers are able to break it back out. All right. Here comes Granlund. Seneca in front, redirected there. Oilers regain possession of the puck and they dump it down out of the zone. Ducks dump it back down there. Oh, big hit there. Wallman with it. All right, here come the Oilers. Pick it up. Get it up to center ice. Ducks with it. Dump it down. Oilers able to regain possession of the puck. Puck moved up. No, moved back down. Up again. Shot. Podkolzin. Great save by Dostal there. The wicked glove. Oh, what a save by Dostal there on Draisaitl. Murphy. All right. Oilers dump it around. Oilers with it in their own zone. Puck moved up. Oh, Oilers able to pick off the pass there. Shot. Redirected and out of play. Game's still tied between the Wild and the Dallas Stars. Just a little over 8 minutes left in that game. McDavid back out there. Some sort of conference between the referees there. Anaheim wins the draw. Puck dumped. Puck. Ducks with it. Puck moved up. Ingram with it. Oilers dump it in. Ducks with it. Around the boards. Oilers are able to. McDavid with it. Back to the point. Shot. Blocked. And back out. Savoy with it. Ducks with it again. No. Oilers able to steal it. Nice break up there by Lacombe. Up the boards. Down into the Oilers zone. Oilers with it behind the net. Pass out. Into the Anaheim zone. All right. Here come the Ducks. Seneca. Backhander. Just missed the net there. He had a wide open cage. Shot by Wallman, saved by Dostal. All right, next commercial break, I'm going to do my sponsor read. So just a heads up on that. Ducks breaking it in. Captain loses a stick there. Ducks with it in front of the net. Nice chance there. Bucker on the boards to the point. Ducks with it. Oilers bring it in. All right, here comes McDavid. Back down into the Oilers zone. All right, here come the Ducks. Chuba, fan on that one. Anaheim gets the puck into the Oilers zone in the corner. Run the boards. Not able to handle it there. Oilers break it out again. Rozovic. To the point. Back around the boards. Ducks with regain possession of it. Dump it down. Now it's going to be icing. Dallas, Minnesota still tied. 5:28 left in the third period. Oilers with the win on the faceoff. For sure. Off to Skateheim in there. Nice chance. Here comes Lacombe. Backhander saved by Ingram. To the point. Pass picked off by the Ducks. Back. Ducks cycling it. Puck down into the Oilers zone. And I'm with it round the net. All right, Oilers are able to break it out now. Around the net, Lazar. Back to the point. Shot. Redirect. Saved by Dostal. Another shot. Redirected again. Ducks are able to clear it and get it out. Halfway through the third period here, just under 10 minutes. Oilers out shooting the Ducks. 33-24. Oilers with it. Still tied in the Minnesota-Dallas game. Just under 5 minutes left. Great save by Dostal. Great. Oh, that was close. All right, commercial break. I'm going to do my sponsor raid. But a huge shout out and thank you to the sponsor of this watch party live stream, none other than, of course, DraftKings Sportsbook, which is an official sports betting partner of the NHL. No sport flips faster than hockey. One power play, a goalie pulled with 2 minutes left, and everything changes. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for that kind of chaos. With live betting from puck drop to the final buzzer, and DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If you place a pregame player prop bet and your player starts the game but leaves in the first period due to injury and doesn't return, you'll get your bet back in cash. No bonus bets, no opt-in, just real protection when injuries happen early. New sportsbook customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN so you're ready for the moment. That's code THPN. Turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
All right, we're back. Perfect timing there. Shot around the boards. Hyman with it behind the net. Puck all the way down to the Oilers zone. And yet another icing call. 8:42 left in this third period. Quick little score update. Still tied between Dallas and Minnesota with a minute 30 left in the game. All right, here comes the Oilers. Ducks with it. Ducks send it up the ice, down into the Oilers zone. Nurse with it. Oilers regain possession of it. Oh. Ducks are able to steal it. When it's back around into the Ducks zone. Puck goes out of play. Looks like we're going to another quick commercial break here. A little surprised by that, but no, it is what it is. All right, 30 seconds left in the third period between Minnesota and Dallas. Oh. Oh, live tracker. There we go. Sorry. Oh, end of the third. We're going to overtime between the Wild and the Dallas Stars here. Of course, the Stars scoring in the first 2 periods, while the Stars scored 2 in the first, and then were able to tie it up late in the third period there. The goals, Rantanen for the Stars, assisted by Robertson and Duchesne. Robertson, his third of the playoffs, assisted by Duchesne, and then Marcus Johansson, assisted by Bobby Brink. Joel Eriksson Ek with his third, assisted by Boldy and Quinn Hughes. Michael McCarron, assisted by Foligno and Brodin. And then you had Matt Duchesne is the one who tied it up for the Stars, assisted by Rantanen and Wyatt Johnson on the power play. Let's get back to the Oilers here. Back to the point. Back to the point again. Shot from distance. Just went wide there. Oilers able to keep it in. Round the net. Back around the other side of the boards. Ducks trying to dig it out of the corner there. Ducks are able to Ducks back to the point, back into the corner. Oilers able to regain possession of it. Stolen by the Oilers. Savoy. Savoy with a nice pickpocket that scores. Josh Szymanski ties it up. And we're all tied with 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes here in the third period. And we got a tie game here. Wow, what a shot. His first career playoff goal by Szymanski there. Looks like some fan threw something onto the ice. Going to another commercial break. It's like a little over, just under 6 minutes left in this. All right. All right, I'm going to end this poll. Only got 3 votes in it. 2 for the Oilers, 1 for the Ducks. Now I'm going to stop this poll. Hide it. All right. Shots are now 34-24 in favor of the Oilers. Oilers out hitting the Ducks 38-30. Faceoffs are 27-24 in favor of the Oilers. And of course, the Oilers are 0 for 4 on the power play. 18 giveaways from the Oilers in this one. All right, here we go. I don't know what the fans are chanting right now. Or I guess they're chanting Lucas or something. And deflected. All right. Face off to the left of Ingram here. Oilers win the face off. Puck in the corner. Puck Bouchard deflected. Kreider is missing his stick right now. Ducks with it. They're able to get it out. Puck down into the Ducks zone, and this is going to be icing against the Oilers. Anaheim Ducks win the faceoff. Shot by Lacombe. Rebound. Scores. Coder Gauthier puts back up in front with 4:52 left in the third period. Gauthier, what a freaking stud. Yeah, Gauthier is not going to miss that. Ducks retake the lead. Dostal with it around the net. Oilers with it. Shot saved by Dostal. Oh, looks like Dostal's shaking up here. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah, he clipped him there. All right. Face off is what's the delay here? Face off to the right of Dostal here. Ducks get waved out of the face off. Ducks win the face off. McClone with it. Bounced off the boards. Oh, Killorn jumped. Oh, mishandled that there by Killorn. Here come the Oilers. Back to the point. Oilers with it behind their net. Just under 4 minutes left in the third period. Offside on the Oilers. Face off won by the Ducks. Ooh, big hit there. Oilers regain control of the puck. Szymanski skating it up. Oh, he takes a tumble. Ducks are able to dump it back down the ice. Oilers are changing here. Around the boards. Carlson tried to bring it here. Turns it over. Here come Oilers with it. Stolen away by the Ducks. Puck gets brought back outside. Ducks with Oilers with it. Regain control to the point. Edmonton shot. Rebound. Saved by Dostal. Puck squirts outside of. Oh, Carlson steals it. One of the Oilers players just went into the zone goalie there. Man, the speed of these Ducks, man. Holy cow. Draisaitl. Oilers pull the goalie. Whistle. Puck out of play. Overtime still has not started for the Wild and Dallas, from what I can see here. Minute 48 seconds left in this third period. Ducks up by 1. Yeah, what a chance by Carlson there. Look at this. barrels right into his own goalie. Okay, the net is still empty for the Oilers. Face off to the left of Dostal. Ducks win the face off. Pressure on Bouchard. All right, here comes Nugent Hopkins. Oilers regain possession of the puck. Draisaitl. Bouchard was shot. Blocked. Bullseye. Paling scores into the empty net. And with a minute 10 left in this game. Face-off won by the Oilers. All right. Oilers break it out. Deflected out of play. 49.9 seconds left in the third period. See Jay Woodcock there. All right, here come the Oilers. All right, battle for the puck. Gets past Wallen. Pass over. Emerson, shot on goal. Dostal with the save. Pass up. Shot by Savoy, saved by Dostal. 14.5 seconds left in this game. Two minutes, a little over, or just under 2 minutes into the overtime. Dallas and Minnesota are still tied. Puck down. Yeah, wave off icing. They're just going to let the clock run down. And there we go. Anaheim with the big win against the Oilers. And we have a tie series now between the Oilers and the Anaheim Ducks. It's like what we talked about earlier when we were looking at the bracket. Yet another series that is knotted up at 1 apiece. Of course, Cutter Gauthier, his second of the game, ends up being the game winner at 15:08 of the third period. Of course, Ryan Paling putting in that empty net, assisted by Lacombe. But that beautiful goal from Gauthier is what essentially seals it for the Anaheim Ducks in this one. Final shots in this game, of course, it's still going to trickle in. Perhaps there might be some updates on this. Final shots in this game were 37-28 in favor of the Oilers. Hits were 39-32 for the Oilers. Faceoffs were 31-30 in favor of the Ducks. Once again, the Ducks were 2 for 3 on the power play. The Oilers were 0 for 4. Giveaways were 20 for the Oilers, so the Oilers gave away the puck 20 times in this game, while the Ducks gave it away 15 times. Takeaways were 7-5 in favor of the Oilers, and block shots were 13 apiece, even. Let's take a look at the box score for the Anaheim Ducks. You had John Carlson, 24 minutes of ice time with 3 blocks. Leo Carlson, 4 shots on goal. He was a +2, 17 minutes and 53 seconds of ice time. Cutter Gauthier, of course, a 3-point night, 2 goals, 1 assist, 4 shots on goal, 17 minutes and 55 seconds of ice time with 1 hit. Mikael Granlund, a -1, 18 minutes and 30 seconds of ice time with 3 hits. Helleson, -1, 7 minutes and 52 seconds of ice time with 3 hits. Hines, 10 minutes and 43 seconds of ice time with 4 hits, 1 block. Killorn with a goal and assist, and 2 assists rather. 3-point night for Killorn, 4 shots on goal, 16 minutes and 14 seconds of ice time. Chris Kreider, -1, 10 minutes and 49 seconds of ice time, 1 hit, 1 block. Jackson Lacombe with also a 3-point night with 3 assists. He was a +1, 2 shots on goal, 23 minutes and 31 seconds of ice time with 2 blocks. Mason McTavish, a -1, 11 minutes and 58 seconds of ice time with 5 hits, 1 block. Mintukov, -1, 1 shot on goal. Where was I? 23 minutes and 30 seconds of ice time with 1 hit, 1 block. Moore, 10 minutes and 38 seconds of ice time with 2 hits. Paling, 2 goals here tonight. 14 minutes and 10 seconds of ice time with 2 shots on goal and then 1 hit. Then you have Seneca, a -2, 13 minutes of ice time with 3 hits. Troy Terry, a assist, 16 minutes and 57 seconds of ice time with, that's it. Jacob Trouba with a goal, 25 minutes and 51 seconds of ice time with 2 shots. 3 hits, 2 blocks. Excuse me. And then you have Veal, 12 minutes and 57 seconds of ice time with 3 hits. And then Wash, who was a -1, 16 minutes and 11 seconds of ice time, 2 hits, 2 blocks. And of course, Dostal, 33 saves on 37 shots, a 0.892 save percentage. Faceoffs, Leo Carlson was a 33.3%, winning 4 out of 8. Granlund winning 5 out of 4 for a 55.6%. Killorn was 0 for 3. McTavish 2 for 2, a even 50%. Paling went 8 for 5, or 1-8, lost 5, so he was a 61.5%. Beal lost 1, and then you had Wash, who won 12 and lost 7, a 63.2%. Looking at the Oilers, Bouchard, a -2, 2 shots on goal, 1 hit, 26 minutes and 16 seconds of ice time. Colton Dach, 1 shot on goal, 6 hits for Dach, 8 minutes and 47 seconds of ice time. Draisaitl with a goal and a assist, a -1, 3 shots on goal, 24 minutes and 56 seconds of ice time with 1 hit. Ekholm with an assist, a -1, 20 minutes and 16 seconds of ice time with 3 blocks. Emberson, 10 minutes and 35 seconds of ice time with 2 hits, 1 block. Frederick, 9 minutes and 15 seconds of ice time with 3 hits. Hyman with a goal, a -3, 6 shots on goal, 21 minutes and 6 seconds of ice time with 5 hits, 1 block. Kapanen with an assist, 2 shots on goal, 15 minutes and 14 seconds of ice time with 3 hits, 1 block. Lazar, 8 minutes and 4 seconds of ice time with 5 hits. Connor McDavid held pointless for the 2nd game in a row, a -2, 4 shots on goal, 24 minutes and 7 seconds of ice time. Connor Murphy with a goal, 19 minutes and 54 seconds of ice time with 1 hit, 1 block. Nugent Hopkins with 1 assist, a -1, 18 minutes and 24 seconds of ice time. Darnell Nurse with 1 shot on goal, 20 minutes and 5 seconds of ice time, 2 hits, 2 blocks. Podkolzin with an assist. He was a +1, 16 minutes and 14 seconds of ice time with 5 hits, 1 block. Roslovic, a assist, 11 minutes and 51 seconds of ice time with 2 hits. Szymanski with a goal, 11 minutes and 11 seconds of ice time with 1 hit. Savoy, 13 minutes and 38 seconds of ice time with 4 shots on goal, 1 hit, 1 block. And of course, you had Wallman with an assist, 16 minutes and 2 seconds of ice time with 1 hit, 2 blocks. Ingram, 22 saves on 27 shots, a 0.815 save percentage. Excuse me. And then face-offs, Draisaitl, 15 wins, 13 losses, a 53.6%. Frederick went 2 wins, 1 loss, 66.7%. Lazar went over 3. McDavid went 7 wins, 8 losses, a 46.7%. Nugent Hopkins, 1 win, 1 loss apiece, 50%. Same thing with Podkolzin, as well as Roslovic and Szymanski. So 4 players there with 50%. Szymanski went 3 wins, 3 losses. And there you go. Those are your face-off percentages. And that is the end of this game. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I did. A little bit shorter of a game, or maybe around the same amount of time as the game the other night. But I hope you guys enjoyed this watch party. I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully tomorrow when we get to the Bruins and Sabres game, game 3 between those two. Of course, the series is tied. But before we go, just quickly going to take a look at did the Dallas-Minnesota game end? Oh, no. We're still in overtime. 11:58 left in overtime for the Stars and Wild. So winner still not decided there. But, of course, the Ducks defeat the Edmonton Oilers. They tie the series up at 1 game apiece. And, of course, the series will now shift to Anaheim. So the 2 teams split the games in Edmonton. And now the Oilers are going to Anaheim. And let's see if the Anaheim Ducks can build or can keep this momentum going with this big win here tonight. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this watch party. I know I quite enjoyed this. Obviously, it was great to have Irvin on earlier in the first, at the beginning there, as well as in the first intermission. So a big shout out and thank you to Urban for stopping by. Hopefully we can, in our next watch party here on this channel, we can have more people in the intermissions or just, hopping on. But real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to the Hockey Podcast Network, who of course are sponsoring this video alongside DraftKings. And as I keep mentioning, and you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing me say it, but be sure to check out the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel for the watch party between the Bruins and the Sabres tomorrow that I am co-hosting with Neil Villapiano of the Devil's State of Mind podcast. So definitely check that one out. And once again, a big shout out and thank you to the Hockey Podcast Network. This video has been a presentation of both DraftKings Sportsbook as well as the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, the home of hockey podcasts, where it's every team, everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next watch party.